Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and today a look at some of the stuff I've sold and one of the things that a government agency told eBay I can't sell.
Mountain Man. Treasures.
Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I appreciate it. My name is Troy. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Montana. That means I go into thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, wherever it is. I find stuff that I think is priced too low, and then I sell it for profit online. I prefer to do that on eBay. So we're going to take a look at the things that have sold in the last, it's not even 24 hours. If you heard on the last video, I actually got called in tonight to call a doubleheader, a basketball game tonight, or two basketball games tonight. And so I'm having to do stuff a little bit early. So this is stuff that's sold in the last, 15, 16 hours, something like that. And so it's not a huge list. But when we get done with that, I'm going to tell you something that apparently I was reported to eBay for trying to sell that is a safety risk.
Nothing for you.
So the first thing that I sold, it's not obviously Christmas season anymore, but Christmas ornaments are still selling for me here and there. I got a whole mess of these. I'm way into the profit. I swung a deal for like 20 bucks for one pile, 30 bucks for another pile. We made a lot of money off of these Christmas ornaments. And so now when it's off season, people are sending me offers on some of these and I'm taking them. So this one is a Hallmark mini ornament, the Coca-Cola Santa. I took an offer of $375 plus shipping on this guy. And I told you in yesterday's video, keep an eye out for TV series on DVD. Now that rings particularly true if you can find a TV series that's complete. And that's what we found here. Check this out. This is Chuck, seasons 1 through 5, and the series only went 5 seasons. Now, 3 of these were new, 2 of them were not, but I was able to advertise, hey, I've got the complete series of Chuck here, and weirdly, this is also streaming, but it still sells. Now, it did take a little bit of time, but it did sell, and we made $43.54 on that plus shipping, and these I am, all told 50 cents into. I don't know. I bought I think 3 boxes of VHS and DVD stuff, and so we're barely anything into this and way into the profit, because one of those we found out of there was actually an Army of Darkness VHS tape that we sold new and sealed for 200 bucks. That paid for, obviously, everything that we got. So every movie that we sell is 100% profit. Then I sold this pocket tee. This is a Harley Davidson shirt. Cool Helena graphic on there. This was new at a garage sale for $1 this summer. It sat in my pile for a while. Finally listed it maybe a month ago. I'm not real sure. Right around there. And it sold for $23.44 plus shipping. I think this is an offer that I sent out on this one. Then we sold Full House season 1. Not a big money maker here, but it was new and sealed, so I picked it up for a couple bucks, and it sold for $9.94 plus shipping. We talked about selling hats. I just sold a hat as I was editing the video yesterday talking about hats. It's this one. This actually sold once before. Buyer didn't pay, so it relisted and sold it again. I paid $2.99 at Goodwill for this, and it sold for $16.74 plus international shipping. This is actually going to Switzerland, so that's a cool sale. And then one more to tack on there before I have to cut this thing off. This is a vintage hand puppet from Pizza Hut. It's Sharptooth from the land before time. I'm going to kind of miss him. I had him sitting on my desk here behind me. Really cool figure and part of my childhood growing up. And that's why I kind of like finding stuff like this and getting it to others that are like, I remember seeing that movie in the theater. So somebody got this for nostalgia's sake, and not super expensive, or not for them to buy a piece of their childhood here, right? $9.98 plus shipping. That's right about where these go. You can find Ducky, you can find Littlefoot, you can find, if you find the whole gang, like TV series, you can sell it for more. But these hand puppets from Pizza Hut sell very, very well. So that's the stuff that sold for me in the last, I don't know what it is, didn't do the math, 15 hours or so. Not a whole lot, but some nice sales in there and some fantastic ROI. And I thought, you know what, let's show you what I got a message on eBay at, it was just before 2 a.m., I think was the timestamp. And then weirdly, they sent me another one an hour later with the same message. I don't know what's going on there, but apparently, well, here you go. I was reported by the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Committee to eBay. Sounds relatively official. And they reported something, and I'm scrolling through this. It doesn't tell you right away what it's for. And I'm going, what did I list that's a safety risk to people? I can't think of what I would have listed that's a safety risk. And turns out it's this guy. Yeah. Squeeze him. He talks 3 times. You find these things all over the place at estate sales, garage sales, and if you've been walking past them, don't pick them up because they sell very, very well. Apparently, don't pick up the Dr. Duck because the Dr. Duck, well, he's a no-no. But the others, I actually just looked before I started the video. I thought, you know what? I'm going to look. I'm going to see what the numbers are. And I can tell you, if you look up Aflac Talking Duck, it will show 310, at least it showed me, 310 listings, current, 306 sold over the last 90 days. These little guys sell really well. Now, believe it or not, some of them sell for $20, $25, $30. You find a group of them, they'll sell for more. Weirdly, some of these are, there's a baseball one, there's a holiday one. There's some of them that actually sell for really good money. I picked this guy up for 50 cents. That's generally, you're going to find these guys for 25, 50 cents at sales. And they sell very well. People like to pick these things up. I don't know why. It doesn't matter why. It just matters that you now know to pick up the Aflac Duck, just not the Dr. Duck. Why? Well, I did look it up. I looked up the U.S. Consumer Production Safety Committee. I looked at those people up, and I looked up the duck, and sure enough, look, here's a screenshot. This thing was recalled, apparently, because of the level of lead in the 2 buttons there. Apparently, the lead is too high in the duck's buttons. And so if a child gets to this and swallows the buttons, it would be bad. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's why we have these agencies, is to make sure that we're safe. And I totally get that. It seems a little weird that we're going to put this in front of a kid and he's going to chew up the buttons and swallow them, but it's conceivable, right? Like, I understand how that can happen. And so eBay sent me a thing, said, hey, essentially, you're not in trouble. We know you might not have known about this, and so we're just letting you know, and we're taking it down. Don't relist it. All right. That's probably why I didn't see any listed on eBay, because other people have probably had them pulled down. And it's, that happens a lot. There's some food processor blades in particular. I know a lot of people have gotten in trouble with that one, that there was a recall on the blade because it can shatter. And obviously that's an issue. There is an under-the-counter coffee maker where the pot, the handle, that's what it was. The handle came disconnected from the pot. Obviously, if you're walking around with a hot pot of coffee and the handle falls off, there's some potential for some serious injury there. Totally get, but there's really no way for us to keep track of all those. I mean, I would have never thought that a little plush duck would be a safety risk, right? But it was recalled. There were a little over, I don't remember the number, a little over 500,000 of these things sent out there. They were recalled, so it's relatively rare actually to find one, but you can't sell it on eBay. So if eBay does send you one of those things, you get a slap on the wrist and they say, hey, bad eBay seller, don't go and relist it. They're serious. Don't go and relist this thing. I've only had this listed for a handful of days, and so they have people actively out there looking for stuff like this. It's not going to get relisted on eBay. Now, the question of the day, though, comes where I looked on Mercari. I thought, you know what? I'm curious. There are some that have sold on Mercari for, I think it was the first one I saw. I didn't scroll all through the list, but I did see one that sold on there for $15 plus shipping, which is right about what it would sell for on eBay, I think. So I guess the question I pose to you, knowing that officially this is a safety risk by, as determined by a government agency, would you list this on Mercari and sell it on there? Because Mercari, as many people know, a little bit more Wild West. People that you can't sell Beachbody stuff, or at least you're not supposed to. It's a Vero issue. If you list it on eBay, they can't find you. They can't take it down. I've never heard of anybody having problems selling it on Mercari. And so a lot of people do that because that's a Vero issue that you're working around. That's just a company not wanting you to sell their stuff on the secondhand market. Okay, that's different, though, than this. Or is it? I'm curious what you guys think. Would you guys sell the Aflac Duck on Mercari? Let me know put it down in the comments. If you have any other comments, questions, leave them down below. We'll see if we can't answer those in coming videos. I told you we're going to make videos shorter, and that's exactly what we did today. And I got to go take a nap because I got a pair of basketball games to call tonight. We did reschedule the Whatnot auction. 75 hats that I'm auctioning off, mostly vintage hats in various states of needing repair, or you can put them right on your head. There's all kinds of stuff in there. That is going to be Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in picking up a hat, stop on by the Whatnot auction. My name on Whatnot is underneath in the description, and see if maybe you can find a hat. We're going to be it's going to take us like 2.5 hours to do that thing. It's going to take a long time. Biggest auction we've done. But I thought, you know what? We're going to clear them all out at one time. So hope to see you on Saturday. If not, we'll be back on Monday with a new video.